Hello everyone, my name is John and this is my new blog and it's called The Word on the Street. So basically I thought I would do a vlog instead of writing an article because I'm not really that good at writing articles, not like Jordan and Liam who are really good. And I thought that I would do maybe a 10-minute vlog each week regarding certain topics that are of interest to me and possibly need a wee bit more further discussion. So this week on Word on the Street, we'll be discussing the Time for Inclusive Education campaign, or TIE campaign. Now, as most of you know, I have been working on the campaign with Jordan and Liam now since about July. The campaign was set up by Jordan and Liam really out of Jordan's experience at high school and Liam's need to support Jordan and to create a change in climate within our education system. Now obviously this is something that's very dear to my heart, something that I've been campaigning for almost 10 years now, so the three of us together felt like a perfect fit. And a lot has been discussed in the media, a lot has been discussed in the press, and it's been really interesting to see how the campaign has kind of taken such a leap forward in such a short amount of time. And the TIE campaign's kind of built on what Stonewall Scotland, what LGBT youth, what teachers across the country have been doing since Section 20 was repealed back in 2002, and then all of a sudden there's been this open dialogue which has been absolutely brilliant, and I think it's came from a need for equality, definitely, but it's very difficult because when you're a teacher, you presume that you know a lot about equality, and the public presume that you know a lot about equality. But actually, when you're in secondary education in particular, and you are dealing with subject-specific material in the curriculum, like I'm a drama teacher, I've got colleagues who are science teachers or math teachers or history teachers, then unless equality is part of who you are, or you've got an interest in it, it's not something you are going to be able to talk about openly and discuss it. My campaigning for over 10 years has been looking at the silent minority in schools, which is LGBT youth. We are a category that isn't visual. Unlike other protected characteristics such as gender, race, age, you can look at them. Disability, you can look at them, not all, mind you, but you can look at them and know that they are part of a kind of characteristic. With LGBTI, you don't. So we have thousands of students across the nation sitting in silence, not having their history discussed, not having them as people being talked about in a positive manner, and that needs to change. I am honestly, I'm going to put my hands up in the air here, gobsmacked when I got a phone call from Jordan saying that the SNP youth had passed this motion to support the TIE campaign. Obviously we know SNP are let's not lie, 99.99999% are going to be ruling the government next year in Scotland. So this was a huge thing that they were supporting the campaign. The Greens came out this week to say that it's going to be in their manifesto, and it's kind of like it's like a really huge thing, and it's really something that is pretty monumental. Like they're going to be talking about in universities across Scotland when they're doing teacher education about new legislation when it comes to inclusive education, which is crazy. we have a responsibility as teachers to respect, no matter what our opinion may be, the young person in front of us, that they are safe and secure, that they are learning in an environment that they can be open in. And one thing that I am getting sick and tired of hearing is about this gay agenda. I don't know what this agenda is. I don't have an agenda that is specifically to do with me being gay. I have got an agenda in the fact I want equality in education. And if that is a wrong agenda to have, then sack me now, I think. I've heard it on numerous occasions, the gay agenda, the gay agenda, the gay agenda. Can please someone clarify what that actually is, because I haven't a Scooby. Also, I think we need to get past the use of language when we're discussing LGBT inclusive education with adults, that we are not talking, when we're talking about LGBT education, we're not talking about sex. That is not what we're talking about. We are talking about being positive. We are talking about inclusion. We are talking about making sure the young person in front of us knows that they are okay and that they're going to be supported, that they are going to be able to attain. Lots of LGBT young people do not attain, and they don't attain because they're bullied, they don't want to come to school because they don't feel supported, they struggle in subject areas because they are suffering from mental health and they can't focus properly, and we haven't even just started talking about the large amounts of LGBT young people who are homeless because they are struggling to come out to their parents, they run away instead of coming out to their parents, or their parents have actually chucked them out because they are LGBTI. That is a big issue and something that I think needs to be the next step. We need to start campaigning for our LGBT homeless as well. I want to have an open discussion about the use of language that we have in our schools, and I would like to address the whole faith school issue. I am not saying that we have to take away your rights to have a religion, but I am saying that in the 21st century, in 2016, you need to acknowledge that LGBT people are across Scotland, in every community, in every profession. It's not a lifestyle choice. I did not choose to be gay. I am gay. I did not choose to go through my life fighting for equality, because you know what? It's exhausting, but I do it. It's not a lifestyle choice. It's who I am, and we're in every walk of life, we're in every community, and we're in every profession, and we're not going anywhere. So we need to start having an open discussion about how the two get on together, especially in education. And we're not, when we're discussing LGBT education, we're not talking about sex. We're not doing that. I find that very uncomfortable. I can't even talk about a condom in sockhead, let alone sex. So we need to get past that notion. I'm incredibly proud of the work Jordan and Liam have done. I want to thank them personally. I'm incredibly proud of the work Stonewall has done. They've been campaigning for a long time, under very difficult circumstances at times. LGBT youth, teachers across Scotland, I've a lot of my friends who fight every day to have an inclusive education. One thing I'm really shocked about, I'm just going to end it here as well, is that when I was in FE, teaching in FE and HE, I had to have equality training every single year. I had to pass that equality training in order to teach. In my 10 years of teaching in secondary education, I've never had to have equality training once. That is shameful and something that the government needs to address, and hopefully in this next parliament they will be doing it. So it's looking good. I'm excited to see what other manifestos come out over the next couple of weeks. Obviously UKIP came out and said that they wanted to bring back Section 28. Okay, whatever. But hopefully with the SNP manifesto, Labour and the Conservatives, we'll see what comes out there. But good for the Greens for coming out so far and saying that. And I know Rise are also very, very supportive. And I think their manifesto, I don't know if they've came out or it's coming out, but I'm sure it'll have inclusive education in that as well. So this is The Word on the Street. This is my first vlog, and I'm signing off now. But I hope it was a wee bit more interesting for you. And yeah. Thanks very much for listening, and I'll be back next week with some other gossip to discuss. Okay, bye-bye.